gotta focus on yourself, on your faith, on your dreams, on your mind, on your health, yeah. You gotta work, never tell, keep your head down, find what you love and excel, yeah. Push and pull and...
Today, we're diving deep into the OnePlus 15T, a compact flagship that's been getting a lot of attention. The big question is, why is it priced so high? If you're thinking about upgrading your phone, this is something you'll definitely want to check out. If you're enjoying the content, don't forget to like and follow. Really appreciate it. I didn't actually get my hands on this phone when it first launched. After seeing so many people talking about its price, I got curious and decided to take a closer look myself. Sure, rising memory costs have pushed phone prices up across the board, but that doesn't automatically mean this device isn't worth it. So instead of focusing on the price, let's stay objective and see what it really offers. A quick shout out to my tech partner from China for sharing this video. A big thank you for making this possible. Hey everyone, it's Maiky from techmaiky. If you love staying updated with the latest gadgets, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our exciting tech content. First up, the unboxing experience. Inside the box, you get the phone itself, a 100-watt fast charger, a thick 12A charging cable, a SIM ejector tool that oddly looks like a little pendant, a nicely textured case, and a very eco-conscious paper insert. The color I have is called Healing White Chocolate. The name might sound a bit over the top, but the design itself is actually quite refined. Even though it has a metal frame, it doesn't feel slippery at all. Instead, it gives off a ceramic-like texture that feels smooth yet grippy. The rounded rectangular camera module matches the large, curved corners of the frame, giving the whole device a calm, balanced aesthetic. There's something soft and almost poetic about the white reflective finish. It even reminds me of a classic Tang Dynasty verse describing elegance and beauty. In terms of feel, the compact 6.32-inch size, combined with a weight of just 194 grams, makes a huge difference. The 50-50 weight distribution makes one-handed use incredibly comfortable, and the grip feels natural and secure. Looking at the details, the volume rocker and power button are placed on the right side, offering a satisfying tactile click while staying lightweight. On the left, you get customizable shortcut keys, which is a nice touch. At the bottom, there's the SIM tray, microphone, USB Type-C port, and speaker. The top looks minimal at first glance, and you might think it's missing an infrared blaster, but surprisingly, it's actually built into the camera module. It's one of those clever designs that can easily fool you at first. Turning on the display is where things really get impressive. The bezels are incredibly slim, just 1.1 millimeters on all sides and perfectly symmetrical. The screen itself is packed with high-end specs, 1.5K resolution, a super smooth 165 Hz refresh rate, and a pixel density of 460 ppi, similar to what you'd expect from Apple devices. On top of that, it features 3840Hz ultra-high frequency PWM dimming and a true hardware-level ultra-dark display mode, making it especially comfortable for nighttime use. Now let's talk performance. This phone is powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen5 chipset, paired with a dedicated gaming kernel. In honor of kings, you can run both maximum graphics and frame rates simultaneously, something many larger phones in the same price range still struggle with. The gameplay feels incredibly smooth, and the native 144 Hz experience is just on another level. Whether you're deep in a team fight or just messing around, the performance stays stable with no noticeable drops or lag. When it comes to PUBG Mobile, the phone supports a native 165 Hz refresh rate. Previously, hitting this level required frame interpolation, but now it runs natively, even on a compact device. Compared to 120 Hz, that's an extra 45 frames per second, which can make a real difference in fast-paced gameplay. You'll spot enemies quicker, react faster, and in intense situations, you might even squeeze out a few extra shots. What's even more surprising is that certain large-scale FPS mobile games now also support native 165 Hz on this device. With performance like this, it really makes you wonder how larger phones are supposed to keep up. Despite all this power, the phone remains lightweight and easy to handle, combined with that ultra-smooth 165 Hz display. Honestly, this feels like a dream device for students, especially if you're sneaking in a quick gaming session in the dorm when no one's watching. Competitive gaming thrives on high refresh rates, and 165 Hz really takes things to another level. Even in demanding open-world games that can reach up to 120 Hz, the phone holds its ground thanks to a massive 5150mm vapor chamber cooling system. In many ways, it actually outperforms several larger performance-focused phones. Compared to its predecessor, this feels like a complete upgrade. At this point, it almost feels too good, like it's cheating its way into being the perfect score. Then again, no matter how powerful the phone is, if your skills aren't there, well, that's on you. On the camera side, the rear setup includes a 50 megapixel main sensor paired with a 50 megapixel telephoto lens. From real-world samples, it's clear this generation is using the same Lumu Ningguang imaging algorithm found in Oppo flagship devices. In bright, high-contrast daytime scenes, it does a great job controlling harsh reflections while still keeping the sky details intact. At night, thanks to the IMX906 large sensor, noise is well controlled and doesn't ruin the image quality. The 3.5 bytes telephoto lens really shines when it comes to portraits. The photos look clean, natural, and honestly so good they almost feel edible. They have that fresh, vibrant look like a dewy flower that just catches your eye instantly. While it can't focus at very close distances for macro shots, even at 2x zoom, the image quality still holds up really well without noticeable loss. With a bit of patience, you can easily capture some stunning shots yourself. What's even more interesting is how fun this camera system is to use. It supports a widescreen shooting mode, which is perfect for landscapes, almost like a OnePlus style version of the Hasselblad X-Pad. There are also creative features that let you shoot over time, even producing miniature-style portraits that give everyday scenes, like subway shots, a playful toy-like feel. The log mode is another highlight, offering both restoration and monitoring. It captures footage in grayscale during shooting, giving you more flexibility in post-processing and making it feel like a truly professional media tool. At this point, this isn't just a typical compact phone anymore. It's more like a mini tablet that blends flagship-level performance with powerful camera capabilities. And here's the surprising part, it even supports 4K Ultra HD live streaming, something many so-called Ultra phones still haven't fully implemented. Yet the OnePlus 15T manages to include it. After using it, I realized that the biggest strength of this camera isn't just the hardware, it's how easy it is to use. You don't need to be a photography expert to get great results. It's simple, intuitive, and consistently delivers photos you'll actually like. It's kind of like when feelings are mutual. You just know it works. Looking at the finer details, there have been some serious upgrades. The phone now comes with full IP69K water resistance, and even the buttons are designed to resist accidental presses when wet, so you don't have to worry about using it around water. The new 3D ultrasonic fingerprint sensor is fast, accurately placed, and reduces the chances of your thumb slipping. Unlocking feels almost effortless. Battery life is another standout feature. It packs a massive 7,500 mAh battery, matching its larger sibling, and nearly doubling what you'd expect from a compact phone like the OnePlus 15T. The result is a much more reliable, stress-free experience. Battery anxiety basically disappears. Charging is equally impressive with 100-watt wired fast charging and an upgraded 50-watt wireless charging option. You might not always use wireless charging, but having it there matters. A true flagship should have it, and this one does. So after spending time with it, I don't think the OnePlus 15T is overpriced or lacking value. Instead, while memory costs are rising across the industry, it chose not to cut corners. Rather than scaling back, it pushed forward with a full across the board. And since memory prices are likely to keep increasing, why not deliver a fully upgraded flagship now instead of holding back? When you look at it from that perspective, the price starts to make more sense. A lot of the criticism comes from the fact that it was one of the first to reflect these price increases, and people simply haven't adjusted yet. But as prices continue to rise across future releases, this phone may actually start to feel like a better deal over time. If you're hoping for smaller price hikes in future phones, the reality is simple. Either brands cut back on features, or prices go up along with component costs. It's a bit like buying a car. The longer you use it, the more value you get out of it. And that's where the OnePlus 15T really stands out. It's built to last. Even as prices climb across the board, it delivers higher-end specs in a compact form. For small screen phone lovers, it's like a comforting treat. Rich, satisfying, and hard to replace. Without it, something just feels missing. That's it for this video. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.